You know what would be kind of terrible for the Ravens if they screw up this contract situation with Lamar Jackson right now, because they've signed head coach John Harbaugh to a 3-year contract extension. They can't seem to work anything out right now with Lamar, who's going to be playing, at least as of right now, on that fifth year option on his first contract. But the quarterback says yesterday on Twitter, this is what he says: "I love my Ravens. I don't know who the hell is putting that false narrative out that I'm having thoughts about leaving. Stop trying to read my mind."
Wow.
All right, Reid, you think Jackson is just kind of biding his time here for a good contract?
Yeah, for Billy's favorite player in the entire NFL, this is probably near and dear to his heart. And I love how you answer, or you asked that, or you read that tweet with some sass there, Emerson, because that's probably true, right? Lamar Jackson, this is unique. I think from every position that you're looking at, this is unique because they're trying to engage in talks with his contract with Lamar Jackson. He just won't do it. He won't talk about his contract. And there are reports that they're offering him $250 million.
Damn.
$250 million.
What?
And that's, there's reports out there that that's going to be potentially his contract, and he's not really doing much to do anything about it, right? I mean, again, that might just be hearsay and rumors on the on Twitter.com, which is probably the worst place to look, like you guys are mentioning right now.
Absolutely hate it there.
But it's like, that's kind of weird, right? Like you hear these numbers and you hear that he won't talk, so we have really no idea. But I think what Lamar Jackson is doing is hurting himself. He needs to engage in these contract talks and just get over the fact that, like, you know, he's going to have to do the business part of it. I think it's weird, but yeah, the Ravens definitely need to start doing different things to get into his ear because they need him. He's a superstar.
Okay, so we even have like the owner here, Steve, who I believe talked with the media for like the first time in years. This was down in Palm Beach this week. He doesn't seem to have any fear that Jackson's going to leave.
Yeah, that does seem to be the consensus, and he actually was quoted as saying that what Jackson is doing is, quote, unique as hell, whatever that's supposed to mean, so I'll take that for what it's worth. But I kind of side with Reid here. I think that Lamar Jackson is doing himself a disservice by kind of prolonging these contract talks. Now, obviously, he could go out to this season if he's not signed, have an absolutely stellar year, and then obviously more money in his pocket. But let's not forget either that when Lamar Jackson was out last year, it's not like Tyler Huntley was exactly, a bad replacement. Quite frankly, he looked fantastic when he was on the field in those few games that Lamar Jackson missed. So it's not as if, look, I mean, you're not looking to replace Jackson with Huntley willingly. But it's, like I said, it's not as if, some of these teams that don't have backup quarterbacks at all. Like when the Patriots had Brian Hoyer. Like, good Lord, if something happened to Mac Jones and Brian Hoyer was your backup, you're going nowhere. At least with Tyler Huntley, he was actually running this offense efficiently. So I think that Lamar Jackson is doing himself a disservice by not engaging in these trade talks, but maybe it's just one of those situations where they're trying to bet on themselves and get themselves that extra money there. We've seen numerous players do this by taking a 1-year deal and then retest free agency. But I think how it stands right now, coming off a year where he had some injury issues, I think he should be engaging in those trade talks.
Look at Deshaun Watson. Yeah, look what Deshaun Watson just got. Deshaun Watson just got $250 million in the Browns.
Yeah, and that's guaranteed, bro. I think that was fully guaranteed.
So you got to think Lamar Jackson sees that number, and that's where that number's coming from of, hey, if this is what I could potentially be worth, I might as well at least try and get it from the Ravens, right?